KK series of fabric measuring and inspection machines. We're going to look at one today that is 1.9 meters, so 74 inches wide. We make them out to 120 inches wide. Here's a wider version of the same machine. But just a few basics of the series and how it works. The machines are standard with both backlighting, so you can backlight inspect the fabric, as well as top light, and each light is independent, and the backlight has a dim and a brighter version. Take a look-see at the control panel, and you can see this wheel here on your left is the measuring device that rides on top of the fabric. You'll get a real-time readout in yards, meters, or any other increments that the customer might prefer on the readout system here, that is also resettable, and you can also set in various increments. So if you want to start with a large roll, 100 yards long, and reduce it into 20-yard rolls, you can set this on 20 yards, and the machine will stop when it gets to a 20-yard roll here in the front. Kind of zoom back out. Fundamentally, the way the machine works is it's two sets of surface winder and unwinder. So you're looking at the rewind surface where the fabric rewinds. And then if we go around to the back of the machine, you'll see almost the identical surface unwind on the back with the edge guides to keep the roll in the center. Now, all rolls are driven, all four that you see here, the two on the front and the two on the back. And furthermore, there's adjustments here to be able to offset the speed. In other words, if you look closely to the control panel here, you can see right now we've got the fabric tension set on 5. 5 designates that the unwind speed in the cradle in the back and the rewind in the front is 1-to-1. You can actually overspeed the unwind or overspeed the rewind if you've got a loose roll that you're starting with, or otherwise. In addition to all of that, what you're able to do here, and I've removed the cover, is here's an adjustment knob. On the rewind in the front, you're actually able to build tighter rolls than you started with simply by having this adjustment. This idler roll will, as it is goes in the downward position, it'll actually spread apart this particular pulley so that the speed on the drive is increased. So you'll have one roll that's running relative to the back rolls, and then you'll have this other drive roll that's running faster or slower depending on the roll that you want to build and the tightness thereof. More features about on the KK series of inspection machines. Back to the control panel here. Once again, you can see that the speed differential, it's called feed tension, but we could say feed or speed differential between the back cradle and the front is set 1-to-1 on a setting of 5 here, but could be sped up for a tighter roll or loosened if so desired. Speed-wise is simple adjustment here. That's up to the operator and how fast that they can inspect the fabric. And then you've got the option to reverse and feed the fabric back to the unwinding back cradle if need be. More standard features. I'll falsely activate the edge guide here, but the machines have edge guiding on them, so this entire front cradle is reading the edge of the fabric. Now you can see I removed my hand. Whole cradle is moving to the left using the worm gear system down below. But you'll be able to build finished rolls with nice even edges on your finished rewound product. More features on the KK series inspection machines. Looking around to the back here and the back feed cradle. Okay. What we're able to do here is perhaps you want to unwind and pay off the fabric, winding off the top, or you can reverse that with the flip of the switch here if you need to pay off from the bottom side. I'll show you now a sensor that I've got taped off for the moment. It's a fabric detection sensor. So once the unwinding roll runs off, then you get an audible notification to the operator, and then the system is stopped, meaning that the unwinding roll is complete. A quick view from the back here, you can also see your power connection comes out, looking from the back, the left hand side of the cabinet. All machines are 220 volt 3-phase. More about the KK series fabric measuring and inspecting equipment. This particular model has one of our most popular options, and that is a rotary cutter, a rotary knife that goes across the face prior to the rewind, or excuse me, just prior to the rewinding roll. Let me see if I can get this all in the photo, in the video. And so what you're able to do is start with very large rolls, and if your requirement is to build smaller rolls, then this enables you to start with the big roll, unwind up front, measure on the same control panel that we saw previously, but in this case we'll also have a rotary knife cutter. So you'll be able to stop the equipment, stop the machine at a given yardage. You can even program in that yardage, have the machine stop itself, and then the operator will be able to activate using the control panel here and send the cutter across, cut the fabric. Of course, at that point they'd want to take that roll off, put a new empty core in the surface rewinds, and start their next roll of fabric. So just one of the options that are available on the KK series fabric measuring and inspecting equipment.